Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Lobianco. I'm going to be doing my final speech. This is my audience: Chris, Derek, Guillermo. The title of my speech is called The Making of Robots. Emotionless men is not a new trend that is affecting America, but the iRobot of the American culture is in the making today. Emotional American robots are categorized as sissies and pansies and not given the recognition they deserve. America believes that the real men are those rugged firemen, military men, and of course the bachelors from reality television. The truth about these fanatical men is that they will be the failures of the next generation, the couch potato, the regular drunk at the bar, and the moocher. Society has fed tons of garbage about how the real American doesn't cry or get emotional. For instance, children grow up with superhero idols such as Batman, who is dark and doesn't show emotions. Being children, it is their makeup to want to mimic what they see on the television, and in turn, their children become passionless. When the real-life heroes, such as Socrates, would promote well-rounded men, they would be executed by a hemlock, sword, or exile. For example, a young bright-eyed teen with a great future ahead of him was openly gay since the age of 14, and bullied ever since that point in his life. He was an emotional teenager and would try not to let the bullying get to him, but ultimately he couldn't handle it anymore and took his life at the age of 16. He was told that he would be shot and even set on fire before he took his life. Sayings such as "cowboy up" and "tough times never last, but tough people do" have made men feel the need to be frigid and apathetic. The difference between men and women can be seen in the medieval era, when the man was the conqueror and the woman was the woman was housebound and would be the emotional individual that the children needed. What happens when year after year American men disregard their natural emotion and fatherly nature? The American family as a whole can largely be to blame for an emotionless male population. Some critics say that men are made to be emotionless and that they have always been emotionless. Fathers have taken the lead in teaching their sons to be breadwinners and to cowboy up. Mothers have been known to do this also, but a vast majority has been in the father's part. Every father should remember that one day his son will follow his example instead of his advice. This can be detrimental because if the father is emotionless, the son will follow in the same footsteps. The media has put tons of pressure on men to be like Rambo, to be the all-American emotionless man. Starting off as children, boys are taught not to cry and suck it up. Fathers are scared that their male children will grow up to be gay if they are too emotional. Men are often criticized for being feminine. If men are thought to be emotional, it is a big taboo. Taboo is defined as a custom prohibiting or restricting a particular practice or forbidding association with a particular person, place, or thing. The above story was that a young teen named Brandon. It is not okay for a grown-ass man to weep in public in front of a bunch of families enjoying pie. If you can't hold it, you take your ass to the men's room and cry in private over the toilet, like a man. Many problems come from men not being able to show their feelings and emotions. Addictions to alcohol, abuse in the family setting, and stress that leads to health problems are all outcomes. A study done recently shows recent data from the National Institute of Health reports that 15% of the people living in the United States are considered problem drinkers. Of this 15%, 5 to 10% of the males and 3 to 5% of the females could be labeled as alcoholics. With this report, it is simple to tell that men are getting into the wrong type of situation and using alcohol in the wrong amount. The same can be seen when the statistics are on drugs. Men were more likely to abuse illicit drugs than women. 9.9% of all males are opposed to 6.3% of all females. Altogether, men have coping issues and turn to alcohol and drugs for the cure, which in turn makes life worse for them. The effects can be losing families. Imagine a man coming home after a night of binge drinking and getting into a fight with his wife for the 4th time this month. She would obviously get tired and leave him. If they have children together, the mother would most likely obtain custody and the man would be alone. This happens day in and day out. The NIAAA also reports that a high percentage of couples entering marriage therapy says that alcohol is a problem factor in this relationship. The title of this essay is The Making of Robots. Is that not what society is turning men into? The media promotes manhood as never shedding tears and or having emotions towards others. That sounds like a robot and is a robot. The danger of the past was that men become slaves. The danger of the future is that men become robots. All right, I got my work from alcoholaddiction.info and also from love2know.com and tvropes.org, brainyquote.com, kvia.com, searchquotes.com, brainyquote.com, and survivingdrugaddiction.com.